Hi, my name is John Osborn, and I am a mental performance coach. I'm very excited for this opportunity to interview. I know it might be a little unorthodox to have a video interview, even especially when it's not asked in the application process. But I'm not sure who's on the other side of this and who's looking at it. Some people prefer and are able to get a really good read on people based on their writing, and I hope that I do a good job there. But some people just need to put a name with a face. So I'm happy to send this along. I don't intend for it to be very long. As I hope to progress in the interview process, I'm sure something like this may come up again, and I'll definitely dedicate the time there. But I just want to give you a little something. I live in the Salt Lake Valley. I did my schooling at the University of Utah, where I studied under Dr. Nicole Detling in applied sports psychology, where I graduated with my master's degree. Ever since then, I have been running my own private consulting practice where I work with athletes of all different skill levels, competition levels here in the Salt Lake Valley, working with several different types of teams, different sports, going into the business world as well, and I really enjoyed that. When I saw this opening in the Houston Astros organization, I knew this was something I needed to do. I don't necessarily apply for every job that I see because I do have a comfortable life and I like where I'm at. But the Houston Astros organization and what they're doing with mental skills development and training, it is impressive, and I'd love to be part of that. In a brief introduction, I want to give you a little bit about myself in terms of what I think are my greatest skills or the things that maybe separate me from other candidates, other mental performance coaches in terms of skill and ability. There are two areas. I'm a good speaker at things like that, but the two areas that I think really separate me first is my relatability. And what I mean by that is my ability to relate to players, coaches of all different backgrounds. And I do that through a series of questions and just asking, but more importantly, in sincerity. When I'm asking someone about themselves and their upbringing, their experiences, I'm sincere. I'm curious to know what they think and what they've experienced, and I'm able to relate some of my own personal experiences, even small ones such as wearing the same number or whatever it may be able to be relatable to them. And I think that I'm able to develop a really strong relationship with people relatively quickly to the point of trust where they can understand and trust the things that I'm saying. The second thing that I think separates me from other people is my creativity. And I'm not just saying, being able to come up with a creative object lesson or these different learning styles. What I'm talking about is being able to be creative in the questions that I ask and the sessions and lessons that I lead through conversation. To be an active listener takes a little bit of creativity. Because as you ask a question and you are active listening and listening to what they are saying, you don't know what's going to be said. And if you have a scripted response, then it's not active listening, and it's not then the conversation doesn't go based on what they're saying. So I think one of the things that I excel at is having the creativity to be an active listener and an open participant as someone's answering these questions that I ask, and then having the creativity to be able to take the conversation based entirely on what they said, not on what you yourself as a consultant are trying to get through, but based on what they say, and be able to take it and asking the correct follow-up question, phrase the correct way with the correct tone. I think that takes a little bit of creativity. And I think that's something that I really bring to the table. Again, I'm really excited for this opportunity to interview and grateful for it. And I hope to hear back from you in the future. Thanks.